welcome back to the channel. I am Josh. This is Ohio Off-Road. So our very last day at Windrock, the last day, the last hour, I wanted to do one more trail. I know, right? That's the last thing you should ever say on the trail is just, hey, let's just do one more. And I desperately paid for that. So we were running up Trail 15, which is a double black diamond out there. It's a popular trail. It's right by the entrance. So I was running up there and I put the Jeep right on its lid. Yeah, so the only damage that it really took was the windshield frame is absolute trash. It hit the crown a little bit, and it hit the hood, and it hit this fender. But that's really it. It did take a little dent in the back corner. This right here is already dented in from me smacking it before, but it just got a little bit worse. Folded down the seam. So we're hopefully be able to get a soft top still on it without a problem. And one of the pretty impressive things about it is the doors still fit. Now there's a little gap problem, so I think I need to bring this B pillar back just a hair. You see the gap kind of grows as it goes up and gets tighter on this side. So I think I just need to bring that back. But I'm not going to really worry about it now. The only thing I'm trying to do now is get our windshield replaced. So we got a spare windshield we just picked up, and we got spare hoods and spare fenders. I'm going to do all this hood and the fender over winter because this is probably going to be on its side again. But I need to be able to see. Let's back up. So how the rollover happened. So if you're on Trail 15 and you take the right side, it's got those big ledges, I don't know, 6 foot, 10 foot ledges or whatever. So I was on the right side and I was like, okay, well, this isn't really working. I was working it a little bit. So I'm like, okay, let me just, keep spinning the tires, see if something will bite. And what ended up happening is I started to walk over. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep crab walking over and get onto the left side, and then I'll be able to go up the left side and just winch out. But what ended up happening is I was crabbing over, my back passenger tire ended up biting, and it started to climb up that 6 foot wall or ledge, whatever. And as that started to climb up, the driver tire stayed down, and my front tires were on that second ledge already. And when that back tire came up, it just kicked the Jeep completely over and just sent it right on its lid. Luckily, with our brand new seats and our brand new harnesses, everything held me in perfect. And to be honest, I was always kind of scared of a rollover. I didn't know how it would feel, and it really wasn't bad. I stayed put in my seat. The cage worked. So the cage is, so people know, the cage is an Evo manufacturing sport cage. And it worked perfectly. So I think Evo actually discontinued this however long ago. It's all chromoly steel, so it's really tough. And it's just sanctions right into the tub right there, right in the strong point of the tub. Doesn't go to the floor. Then we have cross braces by the windshield, cross brace up here, and then another brace right here. And when I bought this cage, there's a couple options you can get with it. So one of the options was a B pillar reinforcement and a C pillar reinforcement. So when I bought it, I did order those. I think it, shot the price up quite high, but I am extremely happy I ordered those because that's, another piece of 1/4 inch steel that runs all the way across to make sure all this is locked in really well. And same with the C pillar, and we also have, I think this one's rock hard 4x4. It's just a C pillar brace, so I think that also helped out. So cage worked perfectly, but for now we just got to get this windshield off, get the other windshield all painted. So I got picked up Facebook Marketplace, right? Picked up windshield for, I think it's like $350 with the glass. The glass does have a crack in it, so it is what it is. But we got that, so we just have to paint it. We're just gonna use our proof can paint that I think I showed you guys in another video. So we have that. Like I said, the hood and the fenders all over there will be a winter project, because like I said, we're going to be going to Colorado around September. So if anybody wants to hang out in Colorado, give me a call. We're gonna be running Independence Trail System, Carnage Canyon, Holy Cross, and probably a few other gnarly trails that they got out there. So if anybody is in that area, leave a comment. Maybe we can get out on a trail together. All right, let's get this windshield off and this windshield repainted. One thing I failed to mention is we did not get any video of the actual rollover. The reason why we didn't get video is this is a trail I've ran multiple times without any issues, but lesson learned, it just takes one mistake and before you know it, you're on your side or you're on your lane. But this is some of the video we got from our recovery. As you see, we only had one other Jeep there, and that was Jeff with his big YJ. So we had to use my line and his winch line to pull me up, but we got up and all safe and all out of there just on us.
So we have it all taped off. Josh sanded it with a, what all did you use, Josh?
I use an SOS pad and I want to use little things. So it's like the SOS pad. Just buff it all off, get that clear off of it. And then the paint will stick. And then we wiped it down with some acetone. But it's a rock crawler. The paint doesn't need to be perfect. I'm sure somebody's in the comments right now just completely bashing me for using proof can. Like, I can't believe you're doing that. Like, I don't care, not your Jeep.
If they're not, they're gonna call you out for that spot you just missed.
Oh. Fixed. All right, we'll let that first coat dry. Let's start working on that windshield. So to get this windshield out, I'm hoping it should be pretty easy, but we will find out. So we got to take these visors off first, and I think it's just a T20. Yeah, let's go up there and rip those out. So that's pretty simple. So the next thing is going to be all the bolts on the outside, and we got Jake over here helping us today. So if you guys don't know Jake, that's my nephew.
What's up?
What's up, Jake? He has, if you've seen some of our older videos, he has a, what year is it? 2000 or 99 Dodge Ram?
2000.
2000 that we have labeled the Hillbilly truck. So that's his truck. He's gonna bring it over here one day and we're gonna, get that thing rolling, make it a little bit better. All right, to get the outside bolts off, it is a T40s or T40. You just zip those all off.
Somebody squished my window bracket.
Yeah. So this window bracket, that was actually from earlier in the week when I smacked that windshield into the tree. I'm not a very good driver, so I make mistakes. So we're gonna get our trusty body tool and see if we can bend those up.
Probably do that top one first.
So once you get all those bolts out, just be able to pop this little fella off. The windshield wipers, I mean, that should be a 13. Oh gosh.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Do, 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 do. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
As always, we have our Willy dog supervising.
Jake's taking the other one off for us. Let's hop in on that side. So right now we just have to take off these 3 bolts in here. So this one's a 13, this one's a 13, because those ones are the factory ones. And then this one is a 10 for the cage. Once you get that stuff off, we just have to take the other side off, and then we should be able to fold the windshield down. All right, so after you get all the bolts out, remember those 3 bolts on the inside and all the bolts on the plate, you should just be able to fold it down. So we might have to give a little bit of effort to fold it down. Just like that, just fold it down. And then once it's folded down, I think it's T45s. So then it's just a T45 to take those off. I'll show you. All right, once you have those 4 bolts out, you should just be able to take the windshield right off. There you go, windshield is off. I think it kind of looks better like that. All right, so that's it. We just got to finish painting this, and I'll get back to you guys once that's all painted and ready to go on.
All right, so it's the next day.
Energy.
Oh my God, Josh. I haven't even had caffeine yet.
Energy!
Stop. Oh, you painted the window?
You're the one that taped it.
Josh.
So it's the next day. We are unmasking the tape. At least Ashley is. You can see we kind of shot some overspray, but we'll be able to take it off. She's the one that masked it off.
I taped it off. You're supposed to follow the tape lines, Josh.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a failure. But it looks pretty good for what it is and for a proof can. So that color and that color, like I said, it's going to be a little bit off, but it'll look pretty nice. The one thing that kind of sucks when we got the windshield, I don't really care too much, but it does have a little crack here. Then it runs all the way down the driver's side. So not too worried about it. It'll probably be on its side, or I'm probably going to put the windshield in a tree and it'll probably just crack more. All right, so we just got to finish taping this off. We're going to take some acetone or something and get the rest of this overspray off.
So we got the windshield all cleaned up, all the overspray is off.
Yep.
Got it put onto the hood, and Josh is now putting in those bolts there.
So there's going to be a little bit of a harder task on this. This is going to be getting it aligned right when we pull it up. So I'm going to kind of cheat on it. What you can see here is where the bolt holes were on the old frame. So I'm just going to try to get those all to line up with those. So that should hopefully help us with the alignment when we pull it up.
We seem to have misplaced the impact. We have located the impact. Yesterday, we went and we got a new crappy cap for the white truck. And
Found it!
The impact is in the truck.
Well, stay inside. Yeah. Let's see if we can get this thing somewhat lined up. All right, got them all tightened down, and they are pretty much right in line with those old scar marks where the old one was. All right, those are all good. Okay, so before we bring that windshield up, they are these little clips. So we just kind of pushed through them last time, and they clip into those square slots right there. They are just, you know, inserts or whatever you want to call them for your visors. So I'm just going to take those out and then we'll clip them in afterwards. But they're on both sides. Those ones are all out. Let's see if we can flip this up. And if everything still lines up okay. Look at that. Looks pretty good, huh? Kind of like we know what we're doing. Don't tell anybody. I have no idea what I'm doing. I think we can throw these on and just slightly tighten them. All right.
Hi, Mr. Weedy. You supervising again?
So we got all those in. We just have to do the bolts on the inside, right?
So now Josh is just trying to get the bolts in that go into, that attach our roll cage to the windshield.
Yep.
These ones are going to be the pain in the tuchus.
Or if I can get this one. Yep. Just like that. Pushed in. And then I should be able to get this one started. And this
All right, that one's locked in. I just have to tighten up these little bolts up here, and then we should be good. All right, that side is all on and it's all good. So for the other side, I broke one of these bolts off. So we have to figure out what size it is and then run to our Tractor Supply, because it's literally a minute down the road, and go get a bolt or two. So it looks like it's just a M8 1.25.
So we are back from Tractor Supply.
Yep.
We got the bolts.
Got the bolts.
And I had to stop for Donkey.
Of course, coffee.
Coffee is life.
Yep. So we just got to get these last 3 bolts in and maybe a couple other ones, and then it's done. All but put back together. Ah.
We're so close.
No, these aren't treats. These are bolts.
Now we're just putting in those last 3 bolts. So we have everything good and tight.
Guten tight.
Or guten tight if you're German.
Yep, everything's guten tight, so we just have to hang the visors up, and that's it.
I think we had to take something off the other Jeep.
Yeah, I think so too. We're missing those.
We're missing a clamp. We got the missing piece.
Missing piece.
Just a headliner, kind of. I'm sure I'm using the wrong word for it.
That's it.
Poppity pop.
Good. So we just got everything back on for the windshield frame. It just needs cleaned. It's not bad, but that paint that we use ended up turning out really, really well. You can't really tell too much of a difference. It might be a little bit duller, but you guys definitely aren't going to be able to tell a difference on camera. But turned out well. The fit is good. The gaps are good. I think that's really it. So if you guys break your windshield like we did, that's the process of taking it off and putting it on and everything else. All right, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, all the other fun YouTube stuff.
Leave a comment in the comment section below.
Yeah, leave a comment in the comment section below to tell me I'm a terrible driver and I'm a terrible mechanic. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys on the trail one day, and hopefully the next time I'm on the trail, I'm not on my lid. All right, guys, take care. Adios.